We've talked about people who have been pulled over in Texas, and they were on their way to buy a car, and they had, $30-some thousand with them, and the law enforcement saw it, found it, took it, and they just lost it. The guy with the pizza parlor who took his money to the bank every day, the cash that he made and brought and took it from the till to the bank. And because he was told, hey, if you deposit $10,000 in cash, they're going to flag that and they're going to, look into you because it might be a drug, it might be some sort of drug deal when you're depositing that kind of money. So he always brought in under $10,000. That got it flagged, and they took it from him. They took it from him.
The guy at the airport that had the receipt for the money from the bank. So that, because they said, if you're going to travel, make sure you have the receipts and proof that it's yours.
Right.
Nope, we're taking that.
Yeah, in one case, guy got pulled over, had $91,000. I forget what he was going to do with it. He was buying something too. He was on his way to make some sort of purchase. I'm trying to think because I think I have the story here.
But it doesn't. But
really, $91,000, and they took it from him, and he didn't get it back.
I mean,
Never
who
charged.
cares what he wanted to do with his money?
Well, that's the thing.
I mean,
it's supposed to be America.
If he winds up doing something with his money that's illegal, that's the time you charge him with it. You don't just charge him for it, assuming he's doing something illegal.
Well, if you've got evidence, let's see it. Charge him with a crime. Yeah. But they're not doing that. And
it's quite clearly the assumption of guilt rather than the assumption of innocence, which is what our entire system is built upon.
Exactly. In 2016, there was a guy in Utah who got pulled over by the Utah Highway Patrol because he was following a vehicle too closely. So he's following too closely.
Man, do I hate
They search his car, and he's got a bag in it that has $500,000 in the bag. They took it from him. This was in 2016. He still hasn't been charged with a crime. They don't have any evidence that it was a drug deal. But they took $500,000 from him. And he's been fighting ever since to try to get it back. He went all the way to the Utah Supreme Court, who just ruled that they have to give it back to him. Now, they still haven't. They still haven't because the feds and the state of Utah are fighting over how to divide the money. The federal government says it's ours. It's all ours. And the state is trying to take some of it. So, I mean, none of it is yours. Give it back to the guy or charge him with a crime. Let's see the evidence.
And I'd be interested what caused them to actually search the car for driving too close on the ticket.
I would too.
Did you?
It didn't have that in the story.
You think if you're bringing around $500,000 in your car.
It says, a drug dog alerted authorities to the presence of narcotics, but none were found. So there weren't any.
No, the money smelled like drugs.
Perhaps.
That's what happens. The dogs smell the money.
Okay.
And the drug dog thing, it can potentially have some value, but first of all, a dog is not evidence, right?
Yeah.
It might give you
in today's world, it is.
I know, but what I'm saying is, if you have, it may give you the opportunity to search for evidence, and there's a lot of stories out there about how unreliable drug dogs are. And they're,
they make mistakes. They're not perfect.
Right. Like they're not, it's not science, right? It's just like, they might give you an indication is about all it's worth.
And you're suspicious of somebody who's carrying around $500,000 because who carries around $500,000?
Right.
Well, I don't know, but he's an American. So if he has $500,000 and you don't have any evidence that he got it illegally.
Well, again, the drug dog alerted them that there was possible drugs.
Then there wasn't.
But then there was no drugs.
Right. So leave him alone, give him back his money, send him on his way. How can it still be America when you can just have your property seized like that?
And there's plenty of departments. That was the big fight with when the sheriffs went to D.C. and talked to Trump, right? They were all for that. And because those departments are they're using the hey, we're stopping drugs as a good benefit to enhance income for those departments.
And I'm sure it is. But you better be charging people with a crime if you're going to take their property. They better have gotten it illegally, whatever it is. In too many cases, you've just taken law-abiding American citizens, hard-earned, in some cases, life savings from them. That's unbelievable to me.